be up to him. How much has he learned in between the winner's final set and this set? Was he able to think about things through and able to put himself in a situation where you need to be really aggressive and take 2 out of the first 3 games? If not, it might not pan out for you. So
for sure. Small battlefield looks like the pick.
Which again makes sense. I feel like we saw this pick also in the winners finals as well. We saw that quite a bit. We saw it for like first 2 games, I think, or maybe even 3. And then we saw them finally concede PS2. So actually, no, we saw Town City as well. So those are going to be some picks. I feel like the lesser of a few evils on either side, depending on who takes this first game. But yeah, it's just going to come down to whether or not you're able to control the pace of the game here against Rivers. I mean, Rivers was in your face a lot in winners finals. If Dany can find a way to get him off enough time to kind of just reposition and act accordingly to the approach options, that's going to be one of the keys for him to win this set. But yeah, we're finally here. Almost 200 total attendees across all events, and it comes down to these 2 people in grands right now.
The biggest thing that I remember from the winner's final set too is like game 1, it felt like Diddy Kong was having a really hard time finding an approach, but then the rest of the games, Dany was the one that was having to approach, because a lot of the time Rivers had the percent lead and was just doing a great job of punishing Dany for trying to get those hits, and when Rivers was getting that one hit, was getting like a ton of percent off of it too, just doing a great job of capitalizing off of every opportunity. But speaking of which, Dany doing that exact thing, having Rivers at 101 and the game is barely started, but tries to go for the dunk there with the down air on the recovery from Wolf. I think that's a big thing too, is like Wolf is very susceptible off stage, and if you're able to like throw the banana down and catch him trying to recover straight up, or even just catch the angle on the up B or the side B, it can be curtains for Wolf for sure.
Certainly, for sure, yeah. You want to be able to clip him out. I mean, those soft hits can create a scramble off stage, and if your decision making is not on point, that creates those gimps. But Rivers, after a great start from Dany, Rivers fighting all the way back and getting that first stock in this grand set. But yeah, I mean, I really love the way Rivers is so aggressive off stage too, trying to maybe get a jump read. We saw that down air to try to maybe get an early spike though. I mean, Dany gonna have to clean up just a little bit, playing right outside that shield distance, finally gets that F-tilt. And yeah, I feel like the banana play, has not really panned out for Dany. Sometimes you want to throw the banana back at Diddy, but he's ready to catch it at all times though.
Yeah. I do love that spacing that we saw from Dany in that ledge trap situation too, because a lot of the time he was staying a lot closer to the ledge, but then we would see Rivers just use the barrels to the other side of the stage. So stepping back and being on like the right side of that platform is beneficial, because then he does have that burst range of the dash attack to punish if Rivers tries to go for that the barrels to the other side.
Yeah, and that's that interaction right there that we just saw. Whenever we see the nair or the falling aerial from Dany, we've normally been seeing down smash to cover miss tech, tech in place, tech in. That time going for the dash attack, trying to let Rivers know, I understand what your escape options are, and now you have to mix it up, because I'm going to be ready the next time. Does find that second stock first off of Rivers. Dany building himself a little bit of a lead right here, but how long can you hold on to this more? Rivers is going to be in your face, trying to find something here, and yeah, shoot the gun, right? You got to create some space, right? Maybe give Rivers some time to think, maybe give yourself some time to think too.
They're doing a fantastic job for Rivers here at the ledge, catching a lot of jumps from ledge from Dany, which is going to be super beneficial, because a lot of the time you're going to see Dany swinging out of the corner, trying to use those aerials to find a reverse, and especially at like these mid percents, if you find the perfect aerial, you can find a kill off of it. So you need to be very careful here if you're Rivers, but finds that up smash and only sitting at 51%. But like I said, especially with Wolf coming off the respawn platform, very scary, and need to make sure that you're not overextending.
Yeah, certainly, for sure. Just like that, right? Like, you see Dany come in with those, as soon as you get off the platform, falling fair, falling, nair can be very scary to deal with, but so far, they're, man, it's just going back and forth. I mean, you see the percent lead, but it's not a huge lead. There's not a ton of advantage being made right here, and Rivers bringing it all the way back slowly but surely, but now you're off stage. Can you find this 2-frame, right? Pulling the banana early that time though, so I feel like those are the times where Dany might need to be a little bit more aggressive and find these 2 frames.
For sure, and Dany loves that drop through on the platform into the back air. We've seen him use that against Anthony a lot too, to find those stocks from the ledge, especially if he like jumps from the ledge onto the platform, use the drop through back air to try to catch you trying to like chase after him. So you need to be careful about that. F-tilt super strong too, so this is going to be really hard to get off of the ledge, but that monkey flip coming in clutch for Rivers. and now just holding that banana for dear life. Oh, banana into jab. I'm not sure that's what he was going for.
Yeah, probably not, but guessing the cross-up on the shield right there, so really smart stuff. But Dany gonna be finding that first game, and history repeating itself a little bit, but can Dany rewrite the next few games into his favor just to push this to a reset? We'll have to see.
Yeah, that was really back and forth. I feel like I couldn't really gauge who was going to win that one just because they would have moments where, like, Rivers would not get touched for 2 minutes, and then Dany didn't get touched. And just flip-flopping it back and forth, definitely showing that polarity that you were talking about, but both of these players really showcasing that. Just being able to disengage a lot of the time. Dany choosing to disengage when Rivers has banana on hand, and Rivers just looking for those perfect opportunities to swing and get a lot of that percent that Diddy Kong's going to need in order to keep up with the kill power that Wolf has.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we went to town last time in game 2 instead of PS2, so Rivers opting to go here maybe a little bit early, maybe wants to keep that, or Dany might have just decided to change the bans and add that as a ban now in terms of, you know, because we saw a big game from Rivers in game 2, so we're going to have to see if he can create some of that magic yet again, or can Dany hold on? One of the advantages to coming in on loser side is you're much more warmed up than your peers, so ideally the first game or two should be heavily in your favor, but can Dany capitalize? Because it was a very contested game 1. I'm sure game 2 will be the same. I
love that banana placement from Rivers, placing it right at roll distance too, so that he's covering a lot of options. Dany just really struggling to get back onto stage, and that banana actually gimping the side B. Great stuff there from Rivers.
Yeah, it just gets that snipe right there, just enough to get a relatively early stock. I feel like everyone's been living pretty far down and you know, high percents-ish, and we saw that early stock, and that could be potentially one of the difference makers here for Rivers. Trying to find that nair into the down air, no one home for it. Great DI in from Dany.
But it would have been hype if it hit, so I respect it.
Yeah, you know, we've seen some questionable plays this weekend, you know, in our other blocks, and one of the things I've always said was, but if it hit though, it would have been so sick. Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. So, but man, hanging on to this stock at 162, how much longer can you? You haven't really gotten a ton of extra credit, but can you find something? Nah, that up tilt is very good at catching you in the air.
Yeah, living to 162 against a character like Wolf is not something that you typically see. I feel like Wolf kills pretty consistently really early, but that just goes to show how strong Rivers' movement and mobility has been really avoiding a lot of these really strong hitboxes from Dany, because Wolf does have a lot of kill options in that back air, a lot of his aerials, and then also like the F tilt and up tilt, all of his smash attacks. So like when you're at that high of a percent, you have to be playing so precise.
Yeah, certainly, for sure. And speaking of precise, I mean, Rivers planting that banana on that platform in order to find a way for Dany, you know, even though Dany wants to jump right there, great catch, not going to be it just yet. Can you make it back, though?
Yeah, just not able to find a confirm off of that banana. Does hit him right on top of the head, but Dany able to make it back to the ledge, and now Rivers just disengaging. Doesn't want to deal with this Rage Wolf and is just looking for an opportunity to find the punish with the up smash, but Dany finding the up smash out of shield instead. Ooh, this is getting close, and Sharks with that up air. I feel like most of the time we're seeing Rivers actually hit that up air, but Dany taking a page out of his book and taking the lead in this game too.
Yeah, definitely going to need to capitalize right here. But immediately right back, neither player is willing to give each other an opportunity to create a huge lead for themselves. And right now, back to last stock situations here is game number 2. I mean, the combos are starting. I love the reset right there. The patience, getting so much percent right here. Maybe 1 or 2 more falling aerials potentially could seal out this game if you're Dany.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to match that percent from Diddy Kong, but Rivers definitely trying his best here. Gets 39% off of that one interaction, so just one more of those combo strings like that is going to tie it up. The monkey flip, that's such an awful angle for Wolf. He cannot make that back without a jump. That was so good.
He got 0 to 70 that last stock, and then like did not get touched for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like, holy moly. Oh my goodness. I mean, and just like that, we're back to 1-1, which is, again, a repeat of earlier. So we're going to have to see what the adaptations are going to be on both ends. So Man, that was crazy though. I thought we were gonna see the monkey flip and just keep them down, hold them down to their doom.
Drop him.
Yeah, it would have been so funny. But
that was such a crazy monkey flip too, because if he missed, he's in a really bad situation. Because you'd have to charge the barrels for a while out there, and I feel like Dany could just run off with the nair and hit you. So
yeah, something that we haven't really seen is if you down angle F tilt the barrels when you're recovering the 2-frame, it sends the barrels up, and you have to immediately hold it down so you can explode them, so you can activate another set of barrels. But then that just doesn't let you make it back in time if you're Diddy Kong. So definitely a really sticky situation that Rivers has honestly been avoiding really well.
Ooh, yeah, just really struggling to find the approach, though. Finds the banana throw, though, and that's going to give him exactly what he needs to get some percent started here. Ooh, I love the drop through fair through the platform, too. A lot of the time we recognize that Dany's running towards center stage. Oh, my gosh, that was so good!
Just the catch right there, just slips the banana right there, no pun intended, against the dare spike to boot. Great opening from Rivers, looking to just run it right back in terms of the scores from the winner's side set. But Dany responding accordingly again, just so back and forth.
Yeah, that up tilt has been doing a fantastic job of covering the platform. I thought that Dany was going to try to go for a second back air, and therefore Rivers would have enough time to land on the platform and shield, but Dany just immediately turning around with that up tilt was such a good call out.
Yeah, certainly, for sure. And right now, just kind of waiting in shield, waiting for the right time to throw that banana and get some advantage right here. Maybe a little bit of a combo game action going, but Rivers doing a really good job. Not until Dany found those dash attacks though, in order to create some more pressure on the Rivers.
Okay. Has banana in hand too. That's a great way to call out the jumps there with the monkey flip. And now Dany in a pretty rough situation here at the ledge. But now that's the monkey flip that I'm talking about. If you miss, then you're in a pretty bad situation. Luckily able to make it back on the stage. Very interesting hitbox there on the Wolf side B, but working out really well for Dany, able to grab the ledge with it too. Again, what is going on?
It's okay. Rivers is out here out for blood, wanting to get this super aggressive gimp right here onto Dany, just like those soft gimps as well. Not giving you a ton of time to react, right? Sometimes when you're going for a big spike or a big edge guard, you can normally see it coming. But right now, Rivers has been so sneaky with the way that he's just been way more aggressive off stage against Dany compared to the last few games we've seen them play.
Oh, I love that banana throw there, catching Dany off guard and able to get the monkey flip to send him back off stage. Up tilt, yeah, both of these characters up tilts. I was sleeping on him, I won't lie.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that banana also just a great bait to force Dany to go towards center stage, and one of the only options you have there without overcommitting is rolling, and Rivers so ready to just catch it with the up tilt and back and forth, not taking any damage so far for Dany. You want to close this stock out, give yourself a fighting chance in this game 3. So important right here.
Ooh, that was scary. A lot of pushback on that up tilt, so Rivers not able to get the grab, but Dany not ready to punish the whiff grab either. So now this is a good situation for Rivers, just trying to get as much extra percent as possible, but it's a little scarier when Dany gets the banana in his own hand.
Yeah.
Okay, just disengaging with that monkey flip. I love this movement that we're seeing from Rivers so far.
Unfortunate right there. So we've seen those B-reverse pulls to land the banana on top of the stage. That time it bonks against the wall, so he has no real estate to try to get back on the stage, and Dany punishing accordingly. Here comes the combo, right? What's the mix-up after? Tech out. Great stuff from Dany. Tech out has been the savior for Rivers this entire run so far.
Because a lot of the time, Dany's looking for that fair for tech in place, or he uses the down smash to catch the roll behind too. So really, the tech out is going to be the most consistent option for helping you hold on to your stock.
Yeah, so far, I mean, just like that, you blink and we're back a little bit right there. Finds a down smash going, and Dany, a high percent, able to clutch out that game number 3, and now a little bit of a change of pace, rewriting the history books, and now Dany in a prime opportune situation can reset the bracket if he can close out this next game. So far, I mean, again, the different camera angles. You just gotta flex on them at this point, right?
Yeah, I love the camera angle before the game even ended, so that we got to see the Dany pop up.
Yes, I mean, look, I'm down. I'm definitely down for it. It just goes to show how badly these competitors want to win, and it shows how dedicated and all of their emotions towards this game. It's really cool to see. You can see that those expressions are also expressed in their gameplay for sure.
Ooh, okay, I love that use of up air to cover the monkey flip towards center stage, but this is scary for Dany. Makes it back with the side B. And now this is Dany's ledge trap too, but he chooses to take the distance instead so that he can react to the banana rather than like trying to play super close up to Diddy Kong. And I definitely think that's working out for him a lot in these situations.
Yeah, certainly right now, back to, kind of the scramble situations right here. Both players not intent on letting one falling fair at this percent could spell doom, right? Falling fair to back air from on the corner of the stage potentially could be the difference maker on this first stock. But so far, again, good use of the double jump just to get away from the pressure sometimes. You really need to against Diddy Kong, especially with banana.
But I like this low recovery from Rivers too, recognizing that Dany's throwing out a lot of these strong aerials at the ledge. He doesn't want to try to contest against it, but again, was that up tilt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, no sparks though, right? 4th of July is next weekend, right? But able to still find some footing. The banana trip just interrupting ever so slightly, and Dany building himself a little bit of a lead right here, but how much extra credit can you get? I mean, that banana can be so scary to deal with. Air dodging through the Trump, no one home for it though.
Yeah, and there's the bread and butter there with the down tilt into up smash for Rivers. Haven't really seen that super consistently because I feel like a lot of the time we're just trying to find the up tilt at really high percent. These guys haven't been able to find a lot of those like pretty consistent kill confirms, but just relying on getting them to such high percent that you can use the up tilts.
Yeah, certainly. Right now, though, Rivers doing a really good job of keeping Dany at bay. Needs to return the favor. All this damage being taken, trying to even up the percents right here. Stock counts are even. Again, this second stock is so big and has been big this entire tournament so far, especially in Winners Finals where Rivers was able to just get a ton of mileage and just build these leads. But right now, Dany looking very intent on shutting that down. Rivers, one more ledge trap scenario could potentially take that stock though. But again, just back and forth, the scramble from these two has just been so entertaining to watch.
And I think the fact that they're both living to such high percent on every single stock just goes to show that they have a very good understanding of the opponent's like win condition, and so being able to avoid a lot of the kill confirms and really strong kill options consistently is being shown in these 159, 125%.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, trying to mix things up, maybe keep it a little bit nice and fresh for them, right? Because, you have so many hours, in top-level Smash that you're able to spot out those things. So definitely mixing it up and trying to find other ways to, like you said, meet those win conditions for sure. But so far, back to even. I mean, both sides, any hit, I feel like at this point, is going to get the kill, and the dash attack right there is certainly a way to do it. One more stock, and the bracket will be reset by the hands of Dany, trying to find another opening right here, but ends up getting caught with the up tilt. And back to even. Rivers, another chance at life, potentially game 5 on the horizon.
Okay, big damage here though from Dany, getting the extension off of the platform to 60% on Rivers. But again, just choosing to disengage, going to the other side of the stage when banana's in hand. Rivers throwing the banana up to force the approach from Dany, and now this is his time to shine. Okay, retreating back to the platform though, and now banana, okay, choosing to just throw it away. I really like that because I feel like Rivers and Dany have been very consistent at catching it when the opponent throws it at them. So just getting it out of the way, kind of like you throw Rob Gyro up just to get it out of play, might be beneficial here for Dany.
Yeah, certainly. You want to negate some of those approach options. You want to negate the ability to control the tempo in this situation, especially when Dany knows if he finds one opening at this percent could potentially be the stock and the game and the reset. But right now, one last chance. Can you find something here? Can you make it back? One more chance. No, but...
Okay. Yeah, both of them just whiffing grabs, whiffing a lot of these hits. Dany getting the grab though and getting the tech chase with the F-tilt, not finding the stock though. But again, being at the ledge against Wolf, just a very sticky situation to be in. Has a lot of kill options here. Disengaging, doesn't want to deal with the barrels thing that we saw earlier, and also having the banana throw off of ledge can be disastrous for Dany here. So, ooh, but the dash attack coming in clutch, killing off the top, and now we have a reset here. and grand finals at the works.
Man, very highly contested 3-1 right back at you, Rivers. I mean, both players been playing so well, mixing things up, and I love the fact, I mean, you mentioned this earlier, just the fact that we were seeing the banana just being taken out of play for sure. It felt like there was not a sense of discomfort, but definitely having to like rethink the situation, because normally, you know, Rivers is pressuring with aerials, specifically the fair, and catching the banana at the same time. But now those aerials aren't being as, they're not as uncontested as they were before, and you know, that's when Dany started finding really big approaches right there. But yeah, just gonna tie it up basically. I mean, 0-0 here. I mean, it was back to even. They just said, you know what, PS2, let's run it back.
I respect it. And now Dany being the first person to take a set off of Rivers in this bracket, so.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, both of these players losing to no one this weekend other than each other. Who is going to take the lead right here? One more set on both ends, one more best of 5 to determine our winner here at the works. And starting on PS2 so far, great opening the scramble on both ends, consistently seeing that so far.
Down air. I love the down air from Diddy Kong. I feel like that's not a move that we see super consistently, but it definitely hits like a truck when you get hit by it, and it's working as a great combo tool for Diddy Kong right now as well. Getting the banana pool on the platform and giving enough time for the approach too to send Dany off stage. Oh my gosh, this pressure is immaculate here from Rivers.
Yeah, so far, I mean, this feels like a different game. This feels like a different play style. Trying to go for the up smash though, not able to make the mark a little bit right there, but rolling through, trying to mission impossible through these blasters. Really smart stuff. But can we find potentially a situation here? Two framing? No, not able to get the timing right.
I like that recovery there from Dany too, recognizing the angle on the banana, so just going for the straight up recovery. And we haven't seen any like spikes with the down air off stage from Rivers yet either, so Dany feeling pretty comfortable recovering off stage. Love that down smash too for the catching the American air dodge in. And now Dany sitting at 151 though, has to watch out for this banana. Rivers finding Dany again in that position, just trying to get back to center stage, but catches the roll with the up tilt, and up tilt just getting so much mileage in these sets so far.
Yeah, neither player's willing to give up this lead right here. You know, if it gets out of hand, they're both very intent on bringing it right back, and we're back to even stocks, even percents, and man, this is definitely the way we would all want this set to go, is just back and forth slobber knocker and trying to find something right here. Every time that Rivers gets you know, the banana to trip, can definitely find at least 20-30 damage, but we need to start finding the kills. That would have been a really scary situation if it sent them the other way.
I thought it was going to stage spike, but luckily Rivers sit at an angle where he's back on stage and doesn't have to worry about recovering back to the ledge with Wolf sitting up there, because that seems to be kind of a pretty problematic situation, especially with how consistent Dany is finding those F-tilts.
Certainly right there. Just gonna opt for the back throw right there. I mean, yeah, you could definitely get like a mix-up, but at this point you win yourself a ledge trapping game right here against Rivers, but can't really find anything. And I mean, this just goes to show how menacing Diddy with banana can truly be. You had the ledge trap, and then you decided to just hold back and just let Rivers kind of just come back to stage right here. So far though, one more big hit and another ledge trap on the horizon here for both players. Could capitalize on these stocks right here. Rivers definitely slowing it down a lot more, changing the pace right there. We saw this a little bit in game 1 and of the first set, and now we're seeing it again.
Yeah, there's that down smash situation once again. Roll in saving Rivers' life though. Rollout definitely would have taken it, but that back air also taking it there underneath the platform. It just seems really hard to get back onto stage against this Wolf. Oh, I love this. So much damage here from Dany, waiting with that patience too, catching the roll out at the ledge, and now just kind of running away with this game 1.
Yeah, not really finding any real estate to do the tech roll out that Rivers has been so used to doing, so the only option is in. Dany finding that punish and finding that back air and finding that game number 1 of the reset. Nice 2-stock right there, and it feels like maybe the tides could be turning at this point.
For sure.
Man, it's been crazy to like think about how it's just been back and forth, but that was a big game 1 for Dany. I mean, you know, a 2-stock right there. I feel like every game, almost every game, if not every game, has been last stock has been maybe last hit, and so that's a big statement way to just, you know, start the reset off.
For sure, yeah. I feel like it's definitely been very back and forth each game. It's kind of hard to tell who's going to take it, but that one, Dany was just able to hold on to a second stock for a lot longer and just really did a fantastic job of racking up that percent and just taking that game. So I think if he's able to keep that momentum going, this could definitely be going in Dany's favor. But Rivers has been making a lot of adaptations and doing a fantastic job of firing back to a lot of the stuff that we're seeing from Dany. I think the biggest thing is just being able to hold on to the stocks when trying to recover back onto stage, because those back airs have been perfectly placed from Dany so consistently.
Yeah, certainly, for sure. Gonna opt to run it back right here. We could potentially see a repeat of what we saw earlier down in losers, is PS2 the whole time. I mean, at this point, there's not a ton of advantage, on either side. So it's gonna come down to, who can actually just better player each other. And at this point, some combos, some hot stuff going right now for Rivers.
Okay, this recovery from Dany. Banana not coming in clutch there, but Rivers just continuing this ledge trap. That falling Nair seems super strong for Rivers to able to confirm it into back air most of the time, and it's a great way for catching that jump, and even neutral get up sometimes as well. So Rivers just going crazy, finding that confirm with the down tilt into up smash, but not going to kill just yet. Oh, and Banana actually coming in clutch, stopping the monkey flip from sending Dany off stage again, but catches the roll with the up tilt, and that was just fantastic play there from Rivers.
Yeah, just starting it off nice and strong. I mean, that's a way to respond after Dany has a big game. So, and again, it kind of goes down to what we saw earlier. I mean, every time Rivers slows the pace of the game down a little bit, we see him able to control tempo way more. And we're going to have to see if Dany can fight through that, or if we're just going to see Dany try to win every time he gets one or two advantages.
I love that awkward pause there with the Banana just trying to wait and see who's going to pick the option first and try to react. Double back air there, putting Dany in a pretty tricky spot, but Rivers just choosing to stay in shield, finds the Nair out of shield as well, and catches the Banana. They're just so consistent at catching the Banana when the opponent throws it at them, and it's messing up a lot of these potential, very scary situations for both players.
Yeah, certainly. The item play has definitely been something to note, definitely worth taking note of. Depending on whether or not you're mixing it up by throwing it at each other, throwing it away, trying to find something right there, gets a stage spike. No time to react right there, and this is a huge game from Rivers. Some would say maybe even a bigger game than that game one from Dany.
For sure, yeah. I was expecting the back air sending towards the blast zone, and I don't think Dany was ready for the stage spike either, so that was really good adaptation there. I feel like we're seeing a lot more of the Banana drop at the ledge working out for Rivers, and still holding on to that stock with that Wolf up smash at 135. Rivers just going kind of crazy this game.
Yeah, and that Banana play a lot simpler around, right? Just Banana F smash, really, really good stuff, but such a huge lead right now from Rivers. Can we find anything if you're Dany? You're gonna need to make it back to the stage. This ledge trapping, just slowly but surely, Rivers is able to capitalize and get, closer and closer to tying up the set count right here.
Yeah, it looked like kind of a missed opportunity there, not wanting to pull the trigger on the up smash just yet out of the down tilt, but just doing it on Dany's shield, gonna pay off for Rivers with a 2-stock, firing right back with a 2-stock too. Yeah,
neither side is willing to, no one's willing to concede. They're both really out here, really wanting this tournament over the other person. I mean, man, it's just, I feel like, as soon as I said, hey, there's something changing right here, Rivers is like, nah, something is changing, but it's going to be me. I'm about to tie this up, and he's just, it's a little bit speechless to watch sometimes, because there's so much going on that it's just really hard to cover it all, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Diddy Kong. I feel like I got to watch a lot of Diddy Kong this weekend with having Rivers and Worry, and also Duck 1. Is it 190 or 180?
Duck 190.
Yeah, 190, okay. Yeah, no, all of them are just really, really strong players, so being able to watch a lot of these combo routes and watching the way that they're using Banana to their advantage has been very interesting, because they all kind of play different, but just very strong showcase of why Diddy Kong is a great character. So
yeah, there's so many ways to do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the really cool thing. This is the diversity of play style, and the best Diddies are the ones that are able to kind of take a little bit of all of those things and kind of craft into their own hybrid. And Rivers definitely doing that. Very aggressive sometimes, very passionate, and very passive, able to slow the game down a little bit as well. But, Dany also one of those players who can also just change the pace of the game when they need to. So, that took a while. It was like 40 seconds, almost 40 seconds before we got a first hit.
Ooh, this is, oh no, definitely not what you want if you're Rivers, but makes it back to the ledge. That was just very scary, though. If Dany just got one good hit, that could have cost Rivers his stock.
Certainly, but crisis averted so far, trying to find maybe another situation where you can push Dany towards the stage. But yeah, just got a little bit too antsy earlier. But now Dany has kind of taken that time in order to kind of create a lead for himself. One more ledge trap, gets sniped out right there. I love that barrel route that Rivers took for sure.
And I do like the mix-up of, oh, yeah, there you go. That's what I was expecting before, but the space by coming in clutch. Down smash has been the biggest thing for Dany, and I like the way that he's like mixing it in a lot when he's trying to catch Rivers landing too. I feel like most of the time he's using like fair or up air to catch landings, but now that he's mixing in that down smash, it's a great way at calling out Rivers spot or air dodge.
Yeah, and I also really like how we're seeing Blaster come out a lot more when Rivers chooses to slow down the neutral and pull out Banana, trying to punish Rivers for even trying to use the Banana. I actually really like that from Dany.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, exactly. Making it a lot harder, right? It's like if you want to use this, you have to earn the right to use it so far.
Yeah, and the Banana costs like 13%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tax. Times are hard. The economy is rough, my friends.
Hey, but Rivers just consistently doing a great job of racking up this damage. Dany at 124, and that Nair not actually working out for Rivers this time, but that down tilt into up smash certainly will. And now Rivers has a nice stock lead here. Dany coming off, swinging off that respawn platform.
Yes.
Oh, he's just walking away. It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just so, I love just all their interactions, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's something simple as just movement or, you know, even trying to hit each other. I just love the fact that they're always changing it up a little bit too. I feel like it's been, every game has just been a little bit different, which is really cool to see that adaptation. But right now, Rivers trying to really cement himself and put a big lead on his side of things for the first time since Winners Finals. So we're going to have to see if he can find that, right? Dany's going to have to find a big opening here to get some damage. Can't even get a stock yet.
He hasn't been hit in forever. He's been at 24% since the start of Dany's stock, so this is about to be a 0 to death if he's able to find this kill. Okay, but finally getting the Banana there, and this should be some good damage. Tries to catch the jump with the back air, but I like that high monkey flip back to center stage there from Rivers.
Yeah, I love that reset right there with the grab, trying to find something. No one home for it though, but the confirm from Rivers, the up smash gonna do it. One more game after getting reset on, dropping game number 1. Rivers winning 2 straight, rather dominantly, you know, for the first time this entire series.
Who do you think's gonna 2-stock in game 4?
Oh, yeah. I just think they're gonna 2-stock.
Yeah, like, somebody is going to.
It's like, can I be neutral? But you know, speaking of neutral, we're getting a different stage now. Gonna go to Hollow Bastion, which is very interesting. I feel like we generally do see counterpicks to Hollow Bastion a lot. Back in Texas, I have the pleasure of commentating New Days versus Shattuck like 100 times a month, and they always go to this stage. Like I feel like it's like another one of those polarizing picks, but everyone's so comfortable on it because, you know, one of the last stages to be added into the game, if not the last stage, I believe. You know, everyone, you know, it was a hot commodity for so long, and everyone just learned how to fight on the stage too. Gonna opt to go for this stage, Dany, if you want to force this to a game 5. If not, it's just gonna be all for naught.
I feel like the ledge is going to be a lot harder now because you no longer have those PS2 platforms to rely on. Dany, a lot of the time, like jumping onto the platform and then dropping through with back air, no longer having that option. And now we might see like the high monkey flips from Rivers more consistently because he's able to land on that platform too. But do you think up tilt hits through the platform or no?
I think there's only one way to find out.
Well,
I don't want to
say probably see it.
I don't want to say yes or no, and then people flame me, be like, "Ha, commentator doesn't know anything." Like I am an idiot, but not that bad, okay?
No,
I
the
promise.
Commentator's always right. It's just like the customer's always right.
Yeah,
like, whatever you say goes.
You know what? You're right. Let's spread misinformation intentionally, guys. I'm kidding.
But right now, it looks like Rivers is kind of in a sticky situation here. Dany playing pretty patient, like we've seen pretty consistently. That was so scary, though. Yeah, great call out on that side B there from Rivers, but just not able to find the stock with the down air just yet. Pretty even percent so far, though, and just trying to use this Banana to find an opening and find the stock.
Yeah, definitely way more contested this time around. I feel like, you know, both players were taking turns like finding big advantages over each other, and now it's just back to even Stevens, but with that rage able to get the confirm as well. And another big first stock taken by Rivers. You see that up tilt coming out. We're about to find out potentially if it does get to that platform, but so far trying to find something right here. Going underneath the stage. I love that
I've never
movement.
seen that. I've never seen that before.
The amount of anxiety I have thinking, okay, is he gonna bonk? Yes or no? I'm terrified.
Very skilled driver for sure.
Yeah.
Dany finds that stock there, and now we're in even stocks. Just trying to find this opening with the banana, finds it, gets the down tilt, but Dany firing right back, using that down tilt out of disadvantage and just kind of shutting down anything that Rivers was trying to get started. And Rivers, again, just very comfortable in the corner, using that banana pool. And I like the way that he's like doing the banana pool facing the ledge too, so that there's a chance that Dany gets hit with it if he's trying to jump into him. But Dany finding that back air, and this is looking really good for Dany right now.
Yeah, I mean, you needed a change of pace. You needed it, and Dany decided with a change of scenery and maybe a little bit of a change in play style was going to be enough to force this to a game 5. And he is one stock away from doing just that, punishing the banana pools again, like we talked about earlier for sure. Rivers going to have to find something really big here, maybe a couple ledge traps just to put him in prime percentages to finally get it confirmed.
That was such a smart side B there from Dany as well, recognizing that Rivers was trying to set up at the ledge and just catching him off guard, trying to find this back air too. And yeah, I love the use of like the monkey flip that's going to shield grab too, like grab the shield, because I feel like it's a great mix-up. Definitely know that Dany's trying to find like the up smash out of shield, and so if you're just calling him out with that, that can be very beneficial for making it so he has to flash the shield rather than being able to commit to it. There you go. Just again, using that is being very consistent here for Rivers.
Oh, but the blaster right in front of the shield, not gonna go unpunished, and one more chance at life for Rivers. We need to play a perfect stock in order to close out the tournament. If not, this game 5 is looking rather imminent.
Yep, there's that banana pool once again, just trying to find this perfect opportunity. Gets the down throw, decent percent here, tries to go for the Hail Mary down air, but not gonna find it, and monkey flip from the ledge being super great option here for Rivers. Dash attack not gonna kill with the higher blast zones though. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's slowly coming along right now, but the dash attack gonna do it?
Just
no,
kidding.
not yet. And just like that, Rage Diddy Kong could potentially do something right here. The forward throw on stage, one more ledge trap, and that could be the tournament.
Oh my gosh. Okay, gets the grab once again. This is so scary.
Oh my god.
No way.
Okay. I was about to say, please, not under 100.
This would be so tragic for Rivers if he worked his way all the way up here to get Dany at 125 just to lose to the up tilt.
Misses the trump, unfortunately, a little bit too late on the timing, giving Dany enough time to rise on the stage and punish the jump option that catches the up tilt. And we are going to game 5 in the reset. It's been such a crazy ride, and now we are finally down to the final game of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Rivers would have to play a perfect stock there in order to win that game, and he almost did it. Did a fantastic job of just avoiding a lot of the dash attacks and the kill options that Dany was throwing out. But at the end of the day, that missed ledge trump was just a huge game changer there, and so we're very excited for this game 5. I have no idea what to expect, though.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like everyone has been, just every time I'm like, okay, this is going to happen, it's just been the complete opposite, or it's just been a completely different thing. So at this point, I have no idea what's going to happen either. I definitely can share that sentiment with you. And it's so unfortunate, though. Like, that trump happened as a result of the banana being all the way across stage. And Rivers felt like, man, I just need to keep pressuring because I feel like that stock is right there.
Yeah.
So then you see that trump, and unfortunately, that split decision, that little buffer in decision making was enough for Dany to, just steal that right back. Had worked really hard and was in a really prime position, and then was able to stop the comeback as well. So yeah, going back down, very methodical approaches in terms of what the pick is going to be. I mean, this pick is everything, and I feel like that Hollow Bastion pick being saved until the reset was poetic for sure. Like it was able to work out.
Definitely thinking long and hard about where we're going. Maybe just taking a breather too. I feel like that's such a tense game.
Yeah.
To just take a second, recompose could definitely be beneficial in such a high stakes like this.
Yeah, it's so valid. Obviously, this tournament does have a little bit of a pop bonus as well. So aside from the, 150-ish players as well, a little bit of extra cash. I mean, this is everything for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big difference. It's like, it's steak dinners or we're going to McDonald's after this. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a little bit of a high pressure situation here. Game number 5, gonna finally go, and the fist bump from both ends. The respect between two players. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. And yeah, here we go. on the horizon. Can we get a character switch? I'm just kidding. That would be insane. But yeah, we're going to get started right here. Emma's been such a fun time. I've really enjoyed our time together. And I'm pretty sure these guys have too. Game 5, back to where it all started, small battlefield.
Epic track pick, whoever picked it. I very much approve. Very fitting for the circumstances right now.
Yeah, there's so much. I'd be terrified. I'm like, what the heck?
All right. Dany trapped at the ledge here, but Rivers just trying to find this one opportunity. Monkey Flip has been very helpful for closing that distance between them and just trying to use it to find this opening with the banana. This is going to be a lot of damage. Catches the roll out with the Monkey Flip as well. This grab's going to be huge damage, sending Dany off stage, but does not have enough time to set up the drop banana into anything off stage.
Yeah, certainly. But so far, I mean, the ability, even on a smaller stage in terms of horizontal length, Dany is still finding time to just like slow down and wait and take a breather, you know, especially after Rivers having such a strong opening right now in this game 5, needing to take that time, but so far Rivers not giving Dany any time. Can we find a 2-frame? No one home for it, but the down tilt and the fair off stage able to capitalize to start off this game 5.
That was so good there from Rivers. Very great first stock. And now Dany just kind of struggling to fire back. It seems like Rivers is in the driver's seat, able to find the jab reset into the F smash for some decent damage output as well. And I let the Monkey Flip off the platform to just change the pace, change which way we're facing, and making it a lot harder for Dany to try to adapt and find this approach.
Man, it's just crazy to think about how both players have been so back and forth, neck and neck, and that was a huge first stock to find.
Oh my
Trying to find yet a second one. Can we make the spike? No, no one home, barely missing the mark, and that would have been such a big way that potentially could have been the nail in the coffin in favor of Rivers, but now another chance at life. Gonna have to find some big openings here if you're Dany.
Yeah, the fact that nobody died in that situation is actually crazy. I feel like both of them had multiple opportunities to find that down air and just barely holding on to their lives. So still really struggling to find this first stock off of Rivers though, and Rivers gets the down tilt into fair off the ledge and just in a very great position.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, 3 stocks to 1 in this game 5. It's actually a monumental lead right now for Rivers after going down in the first set and, you know, having a situation. Can we get the foot? No, we can't find anything. Right now, Rivers is out for blood on stage. Gosh. Are you gonna get punished though? Man, that would have been a way to finish the tournament for sure.
Okay, just playing super explosive, has the extra stocks to play with too, so can go for those kind of crazier plays. Just very comfortable right now, catching a lot of these jumps from Dany, forcing the high recovery onto the platform too. But now Dany just really struggling to get back to center stage and find this stock.
Yeah, definitely can't find it. You got to think if, you know, got to ask yourself, he's going to be able to find it right here. A back air or an up air up tilt potentially could do it right here. But Rage Diddy Kong could find an early confirm here. And Dany doing a really good job trying to find the stock. But Rivers, can we find the Rage up smash? And that's going to do it. Closing out game 5 of the reset with the 3 stock. And Rivers is your The Works 2024 champion.
Yeah, that was fantastic play. Just could definitely tell that he was in the driver's seat that entire time, making Dany work to try to find that stock and just was not able to find it, especially with those crazy plays off stage too. Just really good stuff. Fantastic play there to Rivers. And Dany as well. Dany played out of his mind. Definitely could tell that he was gunning for that tournament, and to take Rivers to game 5 of the reset is definitely not an easy feat. So really good stuff.
Yeah, definitely great stuff, and it's crazy to think about how game 5 ended with such a statement like that too. Like, I mean, it was hard fought on both sides. I mean, we saw some hype sets throughout the entire weekend. I mean, that top 4, you know, definitely really, really exciting to watch. There was a lot of great moments on both ends. So, but yeah, it's just kind of the